In this video, we will discuss changes in matter. There are two different types of changes in matter. You have chemical change and physical change. In chemical change, there's a chemical reaction where new products are formed. An example of this is rust, where you have iron, and when iron comes in contact with oxygen and there's enough heat and water, a bond between the oxygen and the iron forms. So now you have that red crusty material, that's rust. That's also known as iron oxide. Same thing occurs with fruit when it rots. You have compounds that react with other compounds and then become new compounds. Combustion, fireworks, you have the same basic idea where compounds react with other compounds to form new products. Now, physical change is different because the matter changes form but not chemical identity. So when ice cream melts, it's still ice cream. All the compounds in there are the same. They don't rearrange to make new compounds. Same thing with shredded paper. You're changing the form, but all the compounds are the same. Boiling water, same thing. Breaking glass, all of those are the same because the compound is the same before and after the change. Now there's a variety of different physical changes. Phase change is the one we're going to talk about the most, but you also have breaking, cutting, crushing, bending, and on and on and on. There's so many different examples of physical change. But we want to focus on phase change because there's some vocabulary in here that can be a little intimidating sometimes. So we have four states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma. Plasma is like lightning or fire. The other three you should know. We really want to focus on these three right here. So when a uh, when a solid changes to a liquid, we call that melting, obviously, right? From a liquid to a solid, we call that freezing. Pretty simple. Uh, Liquid to gas, vaporization; gas to liquid, condensation. And then now here's the two that you're probably not familiar with. From a solid to a gas, in other words, where we skip the liquid phase, this is called sublimation. And then from a gas straight to a solid, that's called deposition. Signs of a chemical change. So if a chemical change does occur, you could see color change, an odor, a new odor is produced, a change in temperature, gas is formed, or something called a precipitate, formation of a solid. So if you have a solution that's a substance dissolved in water or dissolved in a solvent, and you add another solution to it, sometimes a solid is formed, and when that happens, that's called a precipitate. So to review, you really want to know these terms for phase change, and then you also need to know the signs of a chemical change.